Chair recognizes Representative Kidd to speak to the invite resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, if you indulge us for just a brief minute or two, because I know we're busy today, and apologize for not being up a little bit earlier, but General Caldwell was down visiting with the governor, and he stayed a little longer than we expected him to. But it's my pleasure to bring to you a gentleman who needs very little introduction if you ever read his resume. And I got a card here that's got some of the things he's done on it. Obviously, he was a graduate of West Point, U.S. Naval School, School of Military Strategy, John Kennedy School of Government, Harvard, and so forth. He was a commander in Afghanistan, the Afghan National Security Force, commander of Fort Leavenworth, Deputy Chief of Staff of Operation Iraqi Freedom, a White House Fellow, and he ran out of paper. And the list goes on and on. But he is now the new president of Georgia Military College in Milledgeville, and we look forward to General Caldwell being there a number of years. You know, when I first met him, I saw a picture of him before I met him, and he was in his uniform in the picture, and then when I met him, he had his uniform on, and he kind of reminded me of the security guard at a great big tall building. You know, the security guards, they got a whole bunch of keys hanging on their belt, and if they fell in the creek, they couldn't get out because of the keys on his belt. And I think if General Caldwell fell in the creek, it'd be tough to pull him out with all those medals on his chest. And when he first met our friend Chuck Sims over there, Chuck said, General Caldwell is the real deal. A couple of those medals he's got on his chest has a little blue spot on them, and that means he was in active service. So very briefly, I'd like to introduce to y'all Lieutenant General William Bill Caldwell.
Well, to all of you, I just want to say it's great to be back in Georgia. 41 years ago, a representative from down in Columbus, Georgia, gave me an appointment to the United States Military Academy, Jack Brinkley. And from there, I went on to serve for the last 37 years in the United States Army, coming back here now, back to Georgia upon our retirement. Many of you may know my wife is a part of the South Georgia Conference with the United Methodist Minute Faith, where she's a minister there, has been since being ordained many years ago. And so she's back also here in the state of Georgia with us. We're thrilled to be back. We've got 3 young kids who are there with us. I feel very honored and privileged to have this ability to continue serving our nation in a different capacity, working in education. It's going to be a wonderful position to have down there. I'm fortunate to have Representative Kidd there as my representative in that part of the state. And to all of you all, I invite you to please come on down to Georgia Military College and visit with us. We've got campuses across the state of Georgia with about 8,000 students on a daily basis attending college. And we'd love to entertain you and show you a little more about what we do and how we do it. But to you all, thank you very much for what you do for the people of Georgia, and thank you for this opportunity.